Ready to go. All right, good evening, everyone. It's September 17th, 2025, 7:30 p.m. Welcome to the City of Sunbury Council meeting. Would you please join me in a moment of silent prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance? Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right. Roll call, please.
Mayor St. John,
Here.
Ms. Strayer, here, Mr. Ghost,
Here.
Mr. Grumney,
Here.
Mr. Martin,
Here.
Mrs. Cooper, here. Mr. Capel is absent, 6 present, we have quorum.
All right, we had a meeting on September 3rd, 2025, looking for a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Got a motion by Mrs. Cooper and a second by Mr. Martin. Any discussion? Good job on flawless editing. Roll call.
Mrs. Cooper. Yes. Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Grumney,
Yes.
Mr. Ghost,
Yes.
Mayor St. John,
Yes.
Ms. Strayer. Yes. 6 yeas, minutes passed.
Right. All right, we're on the visitor section and we do have one scheduled visitor, and that is Lucy Morris and her mother. And I'd like to invite you up to the lectern if you wouldn't mind. I'd like to read a proclamation. Then we'll invite you to speak. Thank you. All right, this is a proclamation declaring September 2025 National Service Dog Month in Sunbury. Whereas we believe in the joyful, transformative power of the human canine bond and inclusivity of all citizens. And whereas in the United States, 64 million adults and children have a disability, and only 16,000 service dogs from accredited training programs exist nationwide, and the need is growing. And whereas service dogs empower people with disabilities to lead life with greater independence by providing best-in-class training, ongoing follow-up services, and a deeply committed community of support. And whereas National Service Dog Month aims to educate our community about the benefits of service dogs and the laws protecting them. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Joe St. John, do hereby proclaim September 2025 as National Service Dog Month in the city of Sunbury, Ohio, and encourage all citizens to celebrate service dogs and be respectful of the rights afforded to the adults, children, and veterans who lead more independent lives because of their assistance. How does that sound, Lucy? Yeah. Great. So I'd like to invite you to say whatever you would like to the city of Sunbury and the city council.
Thank you so much for making September National Service Dog Month in this small town of Sunbury. It means so much to me to make September National Service Dog Month. What made me want to make September National Service Dog Month was I work a little bit with Canine Companions, and Canine Companions is where people with disabilities have service dogs, and they train dogs to be service dogs so they can help people with needs. What they do is they can open doors and help people get dressed. So that inspires me to teach everybody in Sunbury, Ohio, to September National Service Dog Month. Thank you so much. It means so much to me.
Welcome.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you guys taking the time.
Of course. Can we get a picture? Yeah, excellent. Let's get a picture. We'll do a picture with me, and then we'll bring the whole city council.
Right. Right.
One side. Works. More. All right, city council, will you come up and join me? You can hold on yourself. There you go.
Nice job.
An opening or its only word.
Excellent public speaker.
Yeah.
Good job.
No, go ahead.
1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you.
For one more run. Oh, great. And yes, it felt like that one.
Oh my gosh,
So,
no nerves.
thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Take care. Got it. Are there any other visitors that wish to speak with city council? Okay, we're on to committee reports. Ms. Dreyer.
I do not.
All right, Mr. Grumney.
Yes, we had a finance committee meeting earlier this evening at 6:30. If you missed a little, you missed a lot. Mr. Hennessy and Mrs. Steffen were on their A game. So they did a wonderful job presenting tonight. We covered several topics, cybersecurity policy that was given to us, kind of a mandate by the Auditor of State. We do have plans in place to have a policy by the January 26th deadline. And not only that, but we do have some dollars allocated to address some cybersecurity initiatives. So certainly that's putting the city in a very good spot. We had a resident do an appeal for a RETA fee, and I believe the council is prepared to take action tonight on that a little bit later. We went on a 2026 budget draft review, specifically targeting the general fund. We'll go ahead and address other pieces of the budget in subsequent meetings. It was a great, I'd say a high level view, but a very thorough high level review of the general fund. Really all good news. The city is in a very strong position financially. And I believe the budget, there's a lot of considerations going in the budget to make sure that it is appropriate and good use of our citizens' money. We talked I think a meeting or so ago about permit fees and then making those appropriate for what's being done around other cities and matching. And I think we're going to see some additional income coming in from that. So that's good to see. We also, the budget's including a reduction in city funds due to the inside millage tax elimination that the mayor proposed. So we're going to go ahead and implement that into the budget and prepare the city for a foreseeable or potential reduction in budget due to the relief to our taxpayers. And then we did our typical year-to-date comparison reports and bank to book reconciliations, and nothing really stood out. And like I said, I think we're in a very good spot.
Thank you, Mr. Grumney.
Yeah.
Mrs. Cooper.
Yes, we had an events and commemoration meeting yesterday evening, and we had two major topics. One was the Big Nut Strut, which is actually in our new business. I'm just going to hold that until later and we can talk about that. And then we went over again the 4th of July and Sizzle. Staff had their wrap up meetings about that and brought that to us. And it wasn't anything new. Both events went great. So really wasn't anything new, just business as usual, but we'll go over that Big Nut Strut later this evening.
Perfect. Thank you. Mr. Martin.
Nothing to report.
Excellent. Mr. Goes.
Nothing here, sir.
All right, same here. We are moving right along to the police report. I would be happy to read it for you if you would prefer. I actually have some icing I'd like to put on this cake. Okay, let me grab that shortly. Okay, the team is very focused on training right now. I won't go through all of the training, but really this is going to take place throughout the remainder of the year. We are focusing a lot on not only onboarding new hires through what do you call it? FTO?
Yeah.
FTO?
Field training program at Field.
Yep. And so a lot of times you'll see two officers right now riding around in cruisers. That's not because they enjoy each other's company. Maybe they do, but it's a requirement as part of our onboarding program. So they get acclimated with all of our city streets, the habits, and what's acceptable and how to follow policy. In terms of contract negotiations, so we will have, this is coming to the end of the first fully collected bargaining contract that we had with the FOP. and negotiations for the new agreement are going to kick off sometime later this month or early in October. And then there was a traffic stop where Sergeant Meacham, you may know Sergeant Meacham, seized over 25 grams of cocaine and a loaded handgun from vehicle. So thank you to Sergeant Meacham. And we've had a couple late night pursuits. One of which where they were speeding through a neighborhood and OSP helicopter got involved. And then immediately afterwards, we had a stolen vehicle that came out of the apartments next to GRE, where they either ran out of gas or something, but they left the vehicle abandoned and the vehicle was not damaged. And what I can say is this, and I've said this for a long time: lock your doors. Don't leave your keys. If you don't lock your doors, don't leave your keys in your car. But lock your doors, and you will have a much lower chance of a thief stealing your car. The other thing is, and this is to all the bad guys and to everybody that our adjacent neighbors that have police departments and the sheriff's office and OSP and everybody else. Sunbury is going to continue to pursue bad guys out of the city. And I think all of our neighboring communities know that now. And we've got some partners that we can rely on and some to the south that we cannot. That is on record. Thank you. All right. Last thing I want to say is I had the opportunity to attend an event today. The Ohio Narcos is a nonprofit organization. We are part of that nonprofit. Actually, DC Wade, Deputy Chief Wade, is one of their board of directors, whether you knew that or not. He has a very, very heavy background in narcotics. And he has been part of this organization for 25 years, I believe. When he became the deputy chief here in Sunbury, he told the narco unit that he needed to step back because of the amount of commitment that he had in Sunbury, and they asked him to stay on for 2 more years, which he did. And his time of service is coming to an end. But I attended an event today with Chief Howard, and we surprised Deputy Chief Wade very significantly. The Ohio Narcos, which is every county, every drug task force for the entire state, was at a hotel today, believe it or not. And there were, hundreds and hundreds of narcotics agents. The guys that do not look like police officers, the gals that do not look like, law enforcement officers, they're all in this mega conference room. If I said 500, it may have been 800 people that are in this room. There were people from the governor's office, Bureau of Criminal Investigations, Department of Public Safety, the Ohio State Highway Patrol. I'm sure there was federal law enforcement agencies that are involved with our Ohio narcotics team. I'm just trying to paint the picture. This was a massive event today. And Chief Howard invited me to go because Deputy Chief Wade was awarded the Lifetime Service Award. And it was very, very emotional. And there was a lot of tears. DC Wade's entire family was there. His mom, his grandparents, is there
a video anywhere we can look?
No, because you really aren't allowed to take pictures of these people. Like 90% of them are undercover.
Yeah.
So no, I got a picture of the PowerPoint slide and a picture of DC Wade holding a baby. And that's about it. And a couple with me and DC Wade and Chief Howard, but that's about it. But yeah, I don't think it hit me until today, how significant his contributions are in the narcotics. They're called the Shadow Warriors, and that's not a term I made up. That's literally what they are called. They work behind the scenes. Officer Castrilla is obviously part of the drug task force, and we're very privileged to have her work there as well. But I don't know that I understood fully how ingrained and how much of a leadership role DC Wade had in the state for keeping drugs off our streets. So when you see him, the reason Chief Howard's not here is they're having a little celebration tonight. And I said, just have fun, guys. So
That's cool.
that's why they're not here. Yeah. Anything you want to add on? I mean, about the task force or about the report or DC Wade being an all-star?
But said Chief Wade's and also, especially Mark, congratulations to him and great career in that field. And I hope to keep him on for several more years with us. So, but as far as report, you hit everything I would have hit. So
Perfect. Thank you, Sergeant Holden. Excellent. Any questions for the police? For me? All right, we're on the administrator report. Mr. Hennessy.
All right, so just a couple of points I did include in your packet. So packet page 9, we received from the Delaware County Board of Elections the sample ballot language with the City of Sunbury proposed charter amendments to it. So just so you can see how it will appear on the ballot. So that's good. That's continuing to make progress. The last thing we'll need to do on our side is to do the mailings to the city electors by the 4th. So we're trying to, at the moment, secure a list of electors. So anyway, but we'll meet that deadline for sure. The municipal building. So we've talked a little bit about the lower level renovations. I did get a date. It looks like it's October 6th that we expect the construction on the lower level to begin. But you will see some contractors around the building. In fact, they started today. We are refreshing the landscape around the building. So keeping the existing trees and a few of the foundation plantings, but trying to beautify the building a little bit more. So, and then the final thing I've got on here is this Saturday, the Sunbury Farmers Market is going to do a Young Makers and Family Market Day. So basically, they're going to take the farmers market and invite some young entrepreneurs, kidpreneurs as they call them, to come and sell handmade products at the event. So they'll be there. There's an opportunity for, you can see family stretching and yoga, martial arts with the Taekwondo Academy, a mini dance class, a music jam, face-off fitness, youth sports, performance session, and story time. So it should be a good time on the square on Saturday. So it'll run during the normal farmers market time. So that's it, unless anybody has any questions for me.
Any questions for Mr. Hennessy? Great update. Thank you. Mrs. Odebrowski, floor is yours. Engineers report.
Good evening, council. My report is on page 11 and I have several updates. For the Columbus Street parking lot, they are planning on starting that work next week on Wednesday, so September 24th. They're going to start with clearing, grubbing. The trees are going to come down over there. Essentially, they'll be there from next week through Thanksgiving until they are substantially complete installing the parking lot. There will be one item likely remaining after that, and that would be the lighting. There is a delay on getting the decorative poles in. When I have an update on when the lighting will be available, they'll get everything set up so that when it comes in, we can get it installed. But they are telling me right now that they think that may come in after the new year. And just a reminder, we will be adding 26 parking stalls as a part of the Columbus Street parking lot. With the renovations at our building, at the municipal building, parking is definitely going to be tight in the area. So, and be aware that there's going to be a good amount of construction. For the East Granville Street widening project, it will be the first reading for the second contract for American Structure Point. You'll see that tonight. It is to award the final design for the widening project. And then I have a few pictures in my report. So if you go to the first one, I believe it's on page 12, a stop sign was removed at Ballman Street and Hill Street. This intersection is in the direction of middle school drop off and pickup. I had met with the assistant principal and SRO, Officer Whiteside, to discuss the need for the stop sign. After taking a look at it and determining that it should help the flow of traffic, removing the stop sign and it wouldn't cause any, to our knowledge, any issues, we decided to remove it. The stop bar, so the white paint on the pavement is still there. We will be removing that as well. But if you have anybody ask about it, please feel free to send them my way, especially if for some reason they have any concerns. The next update is for a Delco project. They are installing a new water main, well, a replacement water main on Evening Street from Cherry Street to Grandview. So right over here along the Evening Street Park. That work is going to shut down the road for 2 weeks, starting on September 22nd, so next Monday, through October 3rd, which is a Friday, all weather dependent. The schools have been notified. We realize that's a bus route, so they're in the loop, knowing that they'll need to reroute. Luckily, that area is easy to get around. And then once they have it opened back up, people will be able to go through there and continue to try to navigate the construction in the area. Because remember, we're also going to have the construction for the Columbus Street parking lot in that area. I don't have this note in my report, but I did get a notification from Delco Water today. I don't know if anybody else got the please reduce your water usage alert from Delco, but if you didn't and you'd like to spread the word, they are trying to get people to reduce water usage. So for outdoor irrigation recommendations, so for people who want to water their grass, they are looking for people with odd addresses to water only on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and even addresses on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. They have that alert going on currently through October 1st. I'm sure everybody's aware it's a drought right now and it's very dusty out. So hopefully everyone can do their part. On to the next update. The R cut, so the restricted crossing U-turn. I've got a picture on here. I did try to point out this picture is not from the work that's actually being done. I tried to find something that would fit the scenario to the best of my ability. But what I think I really want people to understand about the R cut is one, where it is. So they are adding this R cut on State Route 37, US 36 at Africa Road. So as you're driving towards Alum Creek, so westbound, you'll still be able to get over into a lane and turn left onto Africa. The biggest difference here is going to be when you're coming up Africa and you want to get onto 36, 37. So you'll be able to turn right only coming out of there, and then you'll have to make a U-turn in order to turn around.
If I could add to that, they put the island in last week, so now you can only turn right off of Africa Road onto Route 37.
Yes.
So it's that part of it's already been done, but the U-turn lanes haven't been installed or anything yet.
That's right. So there should be some bollards in between so that it deviates where people can kind of get over and do the U-turn versus getting when you're going westbound to get over to the left to turn onto Africa. So there will be some delineation there. I use the picture because it also kind of shows that little bulge out. It's really close to 3 Bs and a K when you drive over there. So that's so that vehicles that might be a little bit larger can move around and go in the other direction. This is a very common practice. It reduces what we call conflict points. Came from a safety study. So, and this was a requirement for DRK to make sure that this improvement got done as a part of their development. Okay. And then last but not least, Four Winds Drive. I took a picture out there just in case you haven't been to White Castle or Cracker Barrel recently. You can definitely see the beginning of a road going in there for Four Winds. It is very impressive to see the construction going in. So the development isn't going in directly to the south of where this is located. It's a little bit further down. So essentially the developer is connecting the road at White Castle and Cracker Barrel, and it'll go down substantially to where the future parkway is going to be. So it's really exciting. They're hopeful to have at least a drivable surface by the end of the year. That's the goal.
Cool.
Sorry for the long report.
I'm just gonna mention, the R cuts, if you've driven on 36, 37 west, there's several of these. I want to say maybe 2 or 3. I know South Old State
Yeah.
and a couple others if you're heading towards Meyer or towards the city of Delaware. Also, these will be part of Sunbury Parkway on Phase C. So in between Africa Road and 3 Bs and a K, there's at least a couple of these, at least one, I know of, maybe two restricted center lane U-turns.
I've always called them Michigan lefts.
Yeah,
Michigan has
They
been
do
there
have a
with
lot
their
of these.
roads for years and years and years.
you're right. Yeah. Yep.
You have to turn right and make a U-turn. And that's called a Michigan left.
That's pretty on the spot, but do we know what the power outage was about yesterday?
So I did not hear what the power outage was about. Anybody else have an update? We were trying to figure out if it was a widespread area. I recall, Amber had pulled up the map. Was it
2,500?
2,500 without,
So I saw it from eight.
without access all the way from Tanger to the heart of the city? We were without power until about noon, right?
All right.
If I find out, I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you. All right, any other questions for Mrs. Odebrowski? Thank you very much. All right, we are on to resolutions, no third reading. Second reading, resolution 2025.24, a resolution accepting the amounts and rates determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. I believe we're looking for a suspension and a pass. Is that correct, Mr. Hennessy, Ms. Steffen?
Yeah, that's right, because we need that by the end of September so that the auditor has time to put the rates in place and send out the tax bills at the end of the year. So
So we can either pass tonight or have another meeting in the next week or so.
exactly.
Motion to suspend rules.
We got a motion to suspend the rules by Mr. Martin,
Second.
second by Mr. Ghost. Discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Ghost.
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper,
Yes.
Mr. Grumney,
Yes.
Mayor St. John.
Yes.
Ms. Strayer,
Yes.
6 yeas, motion passes.
Motion on resolution 2025.24.
A motion on the resolution,
Second.
second by Mr. Ghost. Discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Ghost.
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper.
Yes.
Mr. Grumney,
Yes.
Mayor St. John.
Yes.
Ms. Strayer,
Yes.
6 yeas, motion passes.
First reading, resolution 2025.26, a resolution accepting a proposal from American Structure Point, Inc. for preliminary design services for the city of Sunbury State Route 37 widening and pedestrian bridge project. And this is again for option 2, the premium long-term visionary option. That's not in the ordinance or in the resolution, but that is my words. Okay, thank you. Reading only. Ordinance, third reading. Ordinance number 2025.27, an ordinance accepting a petition for annexation of territory consisting of 50.885 plus or minus acres of land located in Trenton Township, Delaware County, and owned by Sunbury 37 LLC, and declaring an emergency. We do have the applicant here this evening. We are looking for an emergency and passage. Any comments, questions? Any questions, staff? Good to go. Okay, I'll make a motion on the emergency.
I'll second.
Got a second by Mrs. Cooper. Discussion? Roll call?
Mayor St. John,
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper.
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Grumney,
Yes.
Mr. Ghost,
Yes.
Ms. Strayer,
Yes.
6 yeas, motion passes.
Make a motion on ordinance number 2025.27.
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Cooper. Discussion? Roll call?
Mayor St. John.
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper.
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Grumney,
Yes.
Mr. Ghost,
Yes.
Ms. Strayer,
Yes.
6 yeas, motion passes.
All right, no second readings. We have a first reading, ordinance number 2025.28, an ordinance establishing parking restrictions for the municipal parking lot located at 9 East Granville Street, Sunbury, Ohio, 43074, declaring an emergency. You would have seen this as a separate addendum to your packet. Mr. Hennessy, do you want to give an update on this now, or do you want to wait till next meeting? Just generally.
I can do a little bit, and then if I miss anything, you can chime in as well. So as I think Carla and others have indicated, I mean, there's going to be a lot happening at the municipal building here and the neighboring parking lot to be built soon. We've had a lot, obviously, there's a lot of activity going on downtown, and we've had a fair number of folks who are parking long-term in the city's municipal lot. We just want to make sure that we have adequate parking for staff but also adequate parking for others who are trying to do business with the city. So we're just asking to somewhat restrict the parking at the municipal building during the hours of 7:30 to 4:30. And then it's spelled out the number, but basically to make sure that we've allowed adequate space for the public to visit, to conduct business. Any other time, anybody can park in it. It's a public parking space, then it will be, noted accordingly. So it's a reading only this evening. If you've got questions after you look at it, let us know, but that's the intent.
Any questions? Makes sense to me. Thank you. All right, new and unfinished business, Big Nut Strut new race route, Mr. Hennessy or Mrs. Cooper?
I'll just start and then Daryl can finish, but so historically, the Big Nut Strut has held their event at GRE and their race route has gone through those back neighborhoods on the mill streets. And we have never closed down the roads or anything. We just, run in traffic. And so, I mean, it's not usually that much traffic on a Sunday afternoon, but the point is they don't close the roads and it's all just kind of free out there. And so they wanted to sort of do it differently this year. And so they thought, this did come through the events committee. And because they have such a big, nice campus out at PRE and the high school, they want to focus the event over there. And so they have a 5K and a 1 mile race. The 1 mile race will be completely on school property, won't leave the school property at all. The 5K, and you can look at the very back page of your council packet, it will show you the route that they're proposing. This is for the 5K. So it would loop from PRE, behind the high school, kind of loop around and then go down Miller. A lot of this, Daryl probably has the number, but a very short amount is actually going to be on the school's property. And then they want to come down Miller and they want to shut down Miller from just north of Myers. So Myers is going to remain open. They'll have a special duty officer in front of Myers. So when you're on this route, you're running your little heart out, you get to the officer and you just flip, turn, and you run back. So it would be that portion of Miller they're looking to close, and it's not for very long. It's not even an hour, is it?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably not. I think they did indicate that it was probably about an hour and a half at the maximum.
Yeah.
I think that is the maximum.
And they gave us a very specific time frame. They expect like 2:15
Yes.
to 2:30 is when they're gonna be running.
Yeah, I mean, and this isn't cutting off access to any property.
No.
At all. I mean, it's
From higher drive, people can reach any of
Yes.
the, okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's only 740 feet of public street.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I knew it was something like that. So it seems like a great option to me. They came to the events committee, which we appreciate. They explained it all. Seems like this is a PTO school fundraiser, so it seems appropriate that the majority of the event would be at the school grounds. They're really just looking to close down that small portion of Miller for a small amount of time. So
Yeah, so the reason it's in front of you is we approved a policy on events regarding road closures. There are pre-approved events with pre-approved road closures in place for many events, the ones you customarily know about, but this one is not on the list. And it says when we have come for a road closure that's not on the pre-approved list, it comes to council for your consideration. So I think at this point, we just need approval to authorize the temporary closure on that day for this particular route. If we find that we like it, we can, we're looking at the events policy anyway, and we could fold this into a pre-approved route going forward.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Cooper, discussion. Roll call.
Mayor St. John,
Yes.
Ms. Cooper,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Grumney,
Yes.
Mr. Ghost,
Yes.
Ms. Strayer.
Yes.
6 yeas, motion passes.
Thank you. Also, I'd like to make a motion on the Rita refund for Mr. Darren Cooper.
More.
Darren Moore?
Aaron Moore.
Okay, Darren Moore. I would like to,
I'm gonna second that.
approve that, and we got a second, because he didn't live here or work here. That seems illegal. Okay. So.
He missed it, asking for, I think it was $1,366.
That is correct.
See,
Yes. All right, so we've got a motion, second discussion, roll call.
Mayor St. John?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper?
Yes.
Mr. Grumney?
Yes.
Mr. Ghost?
Yes.
Ms. Strayer?
Yes.
6 yeas, motion passes.
All right, Mr. Any new or unfinished business?
I do not think so.
All right,
this
Mr.
time.
Grumney,
I do not.
Mrs. Cooper,
Nothing, not tonight.
Mr. Martin,
No.
Mr. Goodrich.
Nothing here, sir.
All right, two things, really quick. Tomorrow, Little Brown Jug, staple in Delaware County. If you get a chance, go out. It's such a cool event.
Yeah.
Even if you, I mean, it doesn't have to be for the headline, you know, the big event. We're just talking about like what the purse is for the final event. I do think it's over $1 million again, which is, I mean, it's great. It's live broadcasted all over the world, which is super cool. Yeah, if you get out, yeah, get some fair food while you're at it. It's a good time, great weather. I mean, even though it hasn't rained, I mean, I'm not complaining at all.
You don't forget to mention fair food.
I know, fair. Yeah, exactly.
Can't beat that.
That's right. The other thing I wanted to mention, if you haven't driven on 71 today or yesterday, you will notice the beginning of the bridge. In Sunbury Parkway. Yes. Has anybody seen that?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, the I-beams, going in.
Steel?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I drove down today with chief of police wearing the cruiser, which is such a cool thing to drive on the highway in a police cruiser.
You were driving?
Oh, yeah. And he's like, let's triggered the auto camera, which I didn't know was speed triggered. Yeah. Which is pretty cool. But I'm looking over the side and I'm like, holy smokes.
Yeah,
Like,
it's real.
we need to start getting pictures, like maybe not every day, but every week for
Sure
sure.
get Joey out there with the drone.
Yeah, we gotta get drones, all of it, because this is, I mean, I think like decades in the future, it's gonna be really cool, but just from a liability standpoint, you know, contractor missed something, didn't deliver on time, whatever. I think we need to have evidence of that. I mean, this is a mega infrastructure project for us, and it's taking place as we speak. So that's it. That's all I have. Anything else? All right, next meeting is October 1st, 2025, 7:30 PM. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Second by Mr. Ghost. Discussion. Roll call.
Mayor St. John?
Yes.
Mr. Ghost?
Yes.
Mr. Grumney?
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Ms. Strayer?
Yes.
6 yeas, we are adjourned.
Thank you, everyone.